When your two main interests are looking at memes and building model kits, are there really any better way of embracing those two hobbies than combining them? So, what do you need to model the Panzer or the lake? Well, obviously you need the turret of a tank and a soldier. And starting with a tank, I believe this was a Panzer III, the Panzer IIIB version to be honest, but as it turns out it might actually be the Panzer IIIN or a Panzer IV-D, but that's not that important. In addition to that, you need the soldiers, or the one soldier posing. And I didn't have one that looked like the one in the picture, but I had these two, and one of them had the correct pair of pants and the other one had the right torso. So, with a bit of force and violence, I managed to make the one on the left, and he looks pretty much like the one in the picture. Now the base of this diorama is very simple, it's just a piece of cardboard with some styrofoam glued onto it. It's not very complicated. After that I made some framework around it so that I could pour the natural water effect into it later on. And I made this framework using these popsicle-like sticks. The styrofoam blocks in the corners are just temporary supports, so I had something to attach the popsicle sticks to. Next comes toilet paper, which is going to be soaked down with the water of wood glue and water, and that's going to form a base that we can continue to work on later. I did also cover the entire surface of the base with Mod Podge just to make it a little bit stiffer and to make sure that the natural water wouldn't just seep right through it and ruin the cardboard. To make the texture of the land where the soldier is going to be standing, I used some plaster in a tube. I find that worked quite well and it gives a pretty natural look. The next element is going to be the lake itself, and I use this Fala natural water mixed with this brown English uniform to make the water look quite muddy, and this gives a pretty nice texture, and you just pour it into the diorama afterwards. Now we get to the bit where we're going to make the scenery. So I have these different bags of static grass that we're going to mix a bit, and I also have this bag of dry leaves, which I use a leaf stapler, is that what you call it, to make these tiny small leaves. These dried out during the winter, so they're pretty nice. I also have this brush, which I, well, stole from someone, and we're going to use that to make some tall grass. I thought it's about the size of the soldier, and I think that would be pretty cool. Just cut some of these things off and just use it just on the edge, at least some of the part of the lake. So I just got a pair of scissors, I cut up some pieces of what's going to be the tall grass, and I used a hot glue gun to glue them in place. It's pretty simple and I find it looks pretty good, and also nobody's going to miss this brush, at least as far as I'm concerned, so I think we can allow ourselves to use it for this purpose. So tall grass is in place. I also added some of these tufts with different sort of grass to make it look a bit more believable, because the next thing we're going to do now is to soak this entire thing down and use the static grass. I have my static grass applicator, I already used the tall grass, and here you can see me applying a mixture of a water and PVA glue. No, water and wood glue, I'm sorry. Then I get my static grass applicator. This is a very handy tool that I recommend all modelers get. I then apply static grass, and as you can see, it comes out looking pretty nice already. It already is standing up. I don't know actually how this machine works, but it has something to do with the electric current making stand up or something. Someone could please explain in the comments if you're bothered. I'm just going to collect this and use it on another project later. And there we are. The diorama is pretty much complete. I'm very pleased with how this turned out actually. The leaves in the water, how the different sorts of grass and tufts work together, and of course the panther in the lake. And here's our soldier looking over the entire scene, and I think it looks pretty nice. But how does it hold up to the original? Right, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I thought it was a really cool and interesting build, and I really like how I managed to combine memes and modeling. I think that's something I should try to do more often. I hope you liked it, and I hope you watch one of my other videos, and please leave a like if you like this video. Thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you again.